to the kitchen at Westminster for another holiday edition of Saving Time with Margot. I'm Margot, and look, holiday apron, isn't this fun? Quite a few years ago now, some friends gifted it to me, and I just love it. I keep it tucked away in my Christmas tote, and it's nice to get it out and say, I look like Mrs. Claus. I even found a holiday tea towel for us today. Now I don't want to get it dirty though, because it looks nice. We're going to make a holiday dinner casserole. So this is turkey dinner in a package, pantry stable. This is great if you're one or two people and you want to make something that feels like a holiday dinner but without, copious amounts of leftovers. Or if you're working on a budget and you want to put out a holiday meal that keeps things within means. A little bit left over for gifting, or maybe a little too far in gifting, and now we're trying to save a buck. Who isn't trying to save a buck? I love saving money. It's my favorite thing. This is so easy. I've made up packages that we'll share with the community just like last time. But just to run through, start with like a 2-liter casserole dish. A square casserole dish will do. 2 cans of vegetables. I've chosen peas and carrots. Something colorful. So go with what your family likes. So if it's corn that they like, use corn. You don't want to watch people picking at Christmas. Give them what they want. 2 tins of flakes of turkey. When I bought these, I got them for $1.75 a can. I think sometimes they're around $2, but still a good deal. I just bought brands that were on sale. Nothing is brand specific. 2 packages of turkey gravy mix. If you have canned turkey gravy, I would use 2 cans, okay? But otherwise, the packages. Instant mashed potatoes. I got butter and herb. It doesn't hurt to have a little extra flavor, but honestly, it's not important. And brand, again, not important at all. Look, I'm trying to keep it tidy and it's not working. Recipe card and stovetop stuffing. I bought the turkey one, but it won't matter if you've got chicken or vegetable or any other flavor of stovetop. Don't worry about it. Any stuffing's going to do the good job for you. I've included in here a can of cranberry sauce for a little side thing, and it makes it festive, right? All of a sudden there's cranberry. If you don't have cranberry sauce, maybe think about stirring a handful of dried cranberries into your stuffing mix before putting it on, just to put that little holiday zing in there. This is easy. This came together for, I'm going to say, it was less than $10, certainly. So easy peasy, and it's fantastic. I got to tell you, I was a little skeptical. I wasn't sure what to think when I started looking for recipes that were fun and useful for the holidays for us. And I decided to make up a recipe ahead of time to make sure that I thought the taste was good and everything was nice. I've got it in the oven warming up because there were leftovers. How about leftovers? Just like every holiday meal, you're eating it more than once. And it comes together really nice. It's delicious. It's good. You're not going to be sore. You'll be glad you tried this. Don't add salt. All of these things are high in sodium to start with, so don't add salt. You're going to want some pepper along the way, but skip the salt, okay? There's plenty. Go ahead and put it on the table in case somebody wants to go that way, but for the most part, you're good. I love this. This is a great recipe. Very fun. We've got 4 put together to donate. And last week we took last month, when we made tuna casserole, we took it over to Heart Hub here in Orangeville for them to share with community people who could use a helping hand. I kind of went ahead. I went ahead because, it felt okay. I've got my mashed potatoes resting as instructed. Just follow the instructions on the package on how to make them. So they're resting in here as they should be. I've got my stovetop stuffing mixed up in this can pot, and it's as it's supposed to be, resting a moment. And over here, I drained my vegetables, so just give them a drain. And in here, I have the turkey draining into a bowl because we're going to use the broth that the turkey was packed in as part of our liquid in our gravy. It'll just add flavor to it, make it nicer. Why throw it away? So just like last time, I put a coffee filter in there to stop all the little bits from disappearing through my colander. And I've got them held there. And I just broke it up with a fork. Sometimes from being packed in the can for a long time, it's kind of in one big piece. Just break it up. I'm going to use the same casserole again, about it's about 2 liters. It's a little bigger maybe. A 9-inch square pan is probably your best bet if you're trying to be particular about it. Or a foil pan. Honestly, a nice deep pie plate would do the job for you too. Mostly you want to be able to layer in it. So get a deep one, at least that deep, at least 2 inches deep. Otherwise it'll make a mess of your oven and you're never going to thank me for that. You're going to say, Margaret, you steered me wrong, now I got to clean the oven. You could easily make this ahead and then have it sit in the fridge and just pop it in the oven closer to dinner hour, and then you don't have to miss out on the fun, right? You could get it ready in the morning before anybody's up, set it in the fridge, be ready to go. Our gravy mix, I've got 2 packages, so it wants to have 2 cups of water, but we're going to use this first. So this is all drained here now. There's not a ton, but what there is, I'm going to dump in there and there. It's not much. It's a little bit. 2 cans. Okay, so use 2 cans. It's and really, I mean, if you wanted to, you could use 3, but 2 is perfect. So that's just a little bit. Why not waste it? I'm just going to step to the side and I'll fill this to 2 cups and then we can start our gravy. Now that I'm doing this, I'm kind of thinking, when I make gravy at home, I sometimes will drain my potatoes into my gravy mix and stuff like that. And I'm kind of thinking, there's really no reason I couldn't have used the water that was on my vegetables in my gravy mix as well. Would have just added more flavor. Do that, okay? Don't do what I did. Don't drain it down the drain. Keep it and mix it in. Why not? It's just got that extra flavor in it. Better than just water. So we're just adding this, and again, if you have canned gravy, just use, I would think you'd want 2 cans to get the equivalent of 2 cups. I think a can of gravy is probably somewhere between 200 and 300 ml. So that's about a cup each. And if you did that, you could still add to your gravy mix the bit that you drained off of your turkey. I'm going to get this on the stove, and once it's ready, we'll come back and assemble it all and get it oven ready. Okay, we're back. So everything is ready to assemble at this point. The first thing you put in is your mashed potatoes. So we'll just set our lid to the side. I'm going to give them another stir here just to smooth them out. They look pretty good. They smell like potatoes. They look like potatoes. I think we're great. They're dehydrated potatoes. I mean, it's what they are. And we're just going to dump it all in here and then spread it around into a nice even layer. You know, I'm going to confess, I have this thing where I really want a pot with 3 handles, so that I have a handle back here that is opposite to what I'm working with, because if you do it this way, it goes over the other handle, very messy, sometimes a bit of a risk. I want 3 handles on my pots. If anyone has a clever idea on how to make that happen for me, I would buy one, and I think a lot of people would. It just makes good sense. And whoops, that was loud, I'm sorry. And there, I'm just trying to scrape them out. You can see there. Ah, no, I want more. Of course I do. I'll do this, and just using a knife to scrape that off and spread them around. We just want to cover the bottom. It's going to be great. They smell pretty good. The butter and herb. So if you can, buy that, just because then you've got that little bit of extra, and a little bit of extra is not going to hurt. I'm just making a nice even layer. This pan is a little bigger than it should be, but that's okay. It's and again, like, don't let that stop you. Don't say, I don't have the right pan. Just work with it. The main thing is to make sure it's deep enough so that you don't go, uh-oh. Even if you had to, you could split it between 2 plain pie plates, like standard pie plates, if that's what you've got and is available. But otherwise, work with what you have. Do not go out and buy something special, okay? Just, you're gonna have something that works. There you go, that's good. So that's our first layer. Now I made that not even. I don't think it's gonna matter tremendously, but I like to make it right. Once we've done our potatoes, then we're gonna do our vegetable. So make sure you've drained your veggies pretty much completely, because we don't wanna add a lot of extra liquid to the potatoes now. And just so that you don't have to go back and push them around too much, just try to spread them around this first time. And again, buy the veggies that you know your family's going to enjoy. The first time we made this, we did it with just green beans, and honestly, it just didn't look that interesting. Like I went with the peas and carrots this time just to give it more color. A can of mixed veg or even corn niblets would look good. I only did it for the color. I'm choosing strictly for aesthetics here, okay? Now we've got that there. I'm gonna clean up this bit of a mess I've got happening. It's not gonna cause me any trouble, but it bothers me. Next thing is our meat. So again, I've got that coffee filter in there, so I'm gonna get rid of that. Make sure I don't end up with it in there. I'm gonna get my thumb on it. And now we're just gonna spread the turkey, and again, go slow so that you make sure you get it all over the place. So just spread it around so that you can imagine every serving getting some. That's all I'm working with here. There, that looks pretty good. I want to get that last bit, so we'll just do that there. And there's that. That's out of our way. And the last thing, ooh, kind of messy. The last thing we do is we've got the turkey and gravy. I've got it on the stove here. So again, if you use canned gravy, I don't think you need to warm it, to be honest. Like this had to be warmed to get it to thicken up with the powdered mix. But if you're using canned, you don't need to worry about heating it. And just try to pour it so that, again, I mean, it's liquid, it's gonna move, but try to help it out by pouring it all across the surface. And there we go. That looks great. If you got a spatula out and you weren't being lazy like me, then you could scrape the last bits out of each of these. But I feel like we've got lots. This is looking pretty good. And now our stove top tells me to fluff with a fork, so that's exactly what we're gonna do. So just like when you cook rice at the very end, you fluff it up with a fork to break it up. Do you do that? Do you make sure you always do that? Because it always says to do that on the rice packages, right? To fluff it with a fork. How many of you just fluff with the spoon? Ha, I caught you. I know, because I did that for the longest time. It makes a huge difference when you fluff with the fork. Just like this is. Trust me on this one, it's worth washing the fork. I might decide to put the stuffing on using my hands so that I can spread it around better and more easily. If I work with my hands, I'll get further faster. That was the spoon I used before. And there. Look how quick this came together. We're gonna have it in the oven in no time. Look at that little bit still there. We'll have it in the oven in no time, and 30 minutes in the oven is about what you're trying to do. All the parts are there and cooked. We're just really warming it together and sharing the different flavors and melding it. Just break it up and spread it around. I'm worried that this pan is going to be bigger than, is going to have more surface than I have stuffing, so I'm going to make sure I get it shared around. And again, the more I say it, the more I think a pie plate would be perfect for this, a nice deep pie plate. I think it would look really nice on the table too, wouldn't it? I like doing things in pie plates. Something about the circle makes it look better if you serve it in a pie plate. I was telling Charlotte that one of my favorite things to do with stovetop stuffing is stuffed squash. So if you happen in the fall to get some squash for a really good price, which they often are, like you can go 99 cents a pound kind of thing, you just cut it in half. You dig out the stringy bits in the center of the cavity, bake it for about an hour upside down in the oven at 350, just to get it started. And in the meantime, mix up your stovetop stuffing. Take your squash out, flip it over, spoon the stuffing into that cavity, and then back into the oven for about 20 minutes, half an hour to finish cooking. And then when you serve it, everybody gets a half, or you can cut your halves in half. But it looks so nice with the stuffing on top of it. This is just about done. Look at my hands, what a mess. I'm such a child. There, I want it all. I'm gonna go off camera, wash up, rinse a couple of these, we'll stick it in the oven. Okay, so I'm gonna put this one in the oven, and I'm gonna take out the one that I was warming up from the last time, and Charlotte and I are gonna show you our beautiful lunch. So this, your oven at 350, we're going to start with 30 minutes on the timer, and our 30 minutes, I'd start looking at 25. We want to see it getting a little bubbly. I will just do that so I don't forget, because that's kind of a special gift of mine, is to forget. I tell myself I'm going to remember, and I don't. So this is the one that we had the other day, and we baked it up here, and this is leftover, so I mean, not beautiful. But see what I mean about how the green beans don't give it good color? That's why I wanted that other veg in there, to give it some good color. Okay, the timer just went, so look at these. These are, I just found these. Somebody left them here for me, but I feel like a Martian now. I've got the silver hands. This just went, so let's have a peek and see. Oh yes, it's perfect. Okay, so we've got, Charlotte, you can peek over me. We can see the gravy is bubbling and our stuffing's getting some nice crisp and color on it. That's what we want to see. Now, once again, this is the sort of meal that I would let sit for maybe 5 minutes or so, just to let that gravy calm down a little. You don't need anybody burning their mouths on it. This looks beautiful. And Charlotte and I just enjoyed the leftovers. They were as tasty as they were the day we took it out of the oven fresh. This is a great little holiday dinner right here. Everyone, I want to say Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful, happy holiday with your family. If you're looking for a Christmas Eve service, we have our family service here at Westminster at 7 p.m. and our communion service is at 10 p.m. Both of those services are on December 24th, Christmas Eve. Come to the family one if you've got little ones. It's a fun night, gets everybody in the spirit. Lots of carols to sing. That's the other thing. It's fun. It's fun to come out. Take good care. I'll see you sometime in January. Stay healthy and happy over the holidays. I wish you nothing but good things. Bye-bye.